Hello, it is Happy Flag Day, Topical Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. Steve Sipress here celebrating in fine fashion in front of the flagpole mounted on a permanent pole in front of my home, holding a couple of temporary flags, and happy to see that at least one of my neighbors in our little cul-de-sac here also has his flag up today celebrating Flag Day, which that's a day here in the U.S. I don't know where you're watching this. Hopefully you have something similar in your country where people celebrate. I guess it's the anniversary of the day that the flag was first adopted as the flag of the country 200 and however many years ago, or maybe the first flag was made by, as legend has it, George Washington had Betsy Ross make up the first flag. But whatever it is a symbol of patriotism, of love for, in this case, your country, a national flag, but it could be a flag of anything. People put out flags for teams. Pirate ships have pirate flags. Boats have flags on them. If you're in trouble on a boat, I guess you have the SOS flag. Race car fans have the checkered flag and the red flag and the white flag. And in wartime, they wave the white flag and all that kind of stuff. So the thing with the patriotic national flags, like the U.S. flag, I don't remember it being being anything political about it when I was a kid. I don't remember it being such a divisive thing, an American flag. I mean, if you think if anything would unify people from a nation, it's a flag. You know, when you go to see the Olympics or World Cup soccer or any kind of a world event, people are very proudly wearing their flags. I'm wearing my Rhino American flag t-shirt. I got my flag bathing suit shorts on today. Just had another dip in the pool. It's, as usual, nearly 110 degrees here today, so we take a few dips in the pool throughout the day. And but man, now it seems to be, I mean, I'm connected, if you follow me, you know that I'm connected to all kinds of people from every political side of the aisle, middle of the aisle, front of the aisle, end of the aisle, whatever you want to call it, of all different political persuasions on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all that. But on Facebook, I see these posts, and I remember seeing a post of somebody who had put, and she was a progressive, Marxist, communist, liberal, whatever they want to call themselves, who was put up a post that she was physically ill when she drove through a neighborhood that lots of the houses had flags out front. She was physically ill. I'm like, wow. To me, it's the total opposite. I love being in a neighborhood where people love their country. I mean, I can't even imagine who wouldn't. But unfortunately, this country right now, we're going through a tough time. Hopefully it's temporary, where there are millions and millions of Americans and many, many political leaders who really hate our own country. Even right at the top, started with Obama getting into the White House, who has always been a renegade. That's a nice way of putting it, but always, been anti-American. And it became cool to be anti-American. Like, wow. That's just tough. You know, Obama's famous saying is, we want to fundamentally transform the country. Well, the translation of that is, I hate the country. I mean, nobody wants to fundamentally transform something they love. You know, ladies go into the beauty parlor and want a new hairdo, and they say, I want to fundamentally transform my hair style. Well, that means they don't love their current hairstyle. Like, if you walk into a clothing store, you say, I want to fundamentally transform my wardrobe, it means you don't like your wardrobe, right? If you walk into a car dealership and you say, I want to fundamentally transform the car I drive, it means you don't like the car you drive. So it's pretty clear. It's none of this like, oh, well, no, he wants to fundamentally transform it because he loves it. Makes no sense. Of course not. So anyway, just unfortunate that we're going through a time, again, hopefully temporary here in our country, in the U.S., where the American flag is some kind of a divisive signal. Some kind of it either signals you love the country, or other people get physically ill seeing it because they hate the country. Like, it's tough. Okay, I remember being a kid and convincing my mom. I lived in an all incredibly left-wing liberal family in a left-wing town, in a left-wing neighborhood, in a left-wing everything. It's all I knew growing up. But I remember asking my mom, and she agreed that I could get a flag and put a little, little flagpole holder on top of the garage under the window of the living room. And on the holidays, especially on Flag Day, I would open up the window and put up the flag and before I went to school, and then take it down at the end of the day. And I remember loving putting up the flag, just kind of cool thing to do. So now I love waving the flag. I love wearing the flag. I love having the flag up in my front yard. So to me, every day is Flag Day, but today more than others, we celebrate it as Flag Day. Hopefully you are celebrating it too. And the business lesson in this is you got to know your audience, okay? If you are selling to mostly people who are left-wing, Marxist, socialist, communist, anti-American, whatever you want to call it, liberal, anything, whatever you call it, you might not want to do what I'm doing here and say you love the flag or wear a flag t-shirt or any of that stuff, because you might drive away some customers. However, if you are on the other end and you're marketing to people that are patriotic, love their country, conservative, Republican, that kind of stuff, you want to make a big show of how patriotic you are and how much you love your country. To me, I help anybody. I don't really care where somebody came from, where their parents came from, what language they speak, what's the color of their feet or their head or their shirts or their skins or their skin or anything at all. Who cares about any? I don't have time for that. I'm results oriented, and this is just me. I happen to love the country and love the flag. If you don't, that's not going to stop me from helping you make money. That we have in common. If you want to grow your business, I help you do that. If you want to market to, and I have plenty of clients, some of whom market certain products or services or events exclusively to liberals, Marxists, communists, progressives. I help them do it, help them fill the room. So it doesn't matter to me, but I am what I am. I don't like a lot of filters. I don't like fake pretenses. So I happen to love my country. I happen to love the flag. I happen to love wearing the flag, waving the flag, saluting the flag, and owning lots of flags. So anyone out there is with me on that, happy Flag Day. If you're not, disregard this, and I'll see you tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. I'll share some tips with making money for your businesses on the internet. Catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye.